Evening Telethon. We are BostonHassle.com, coming to you from the Boston Hassle Telethon to talk to you about the site. I'm Tom. I am a staff writer. This is Chris, music editor, and Emily, arts editor. We're going to talk a little bit about what we do, why we do it, and all of that jazz. So I got started writing for the Hassle after going to a few shows, and I just wanted to find something to do after moving to Boston, and this was just the thing. Chris, how did you get involved with the Hassle?
I got involved with the Hassle because I used to work with Dan Shea at Taco Party, and he was the cashier slash dishwasher, and I was the cook, and we listened to a lot of Juju and a lot of the lower dens, and then he was like, why don't you write for the site? And then I did.
Emily, how did you get started with the Hassle?
I got started with the Hassle through reading the Hassle, so I would go online to find out things that were happening outside of like the typical museums. Then at one point I just messaged Sam and asked how I could get involved.
And what's a standout event or subject that you've covered on a piece of the site?
A standout event that I've covered on the site, what jumps to mind is I interviewed one of my favorite bands of all time, well, an incarnation of my favorite band of all time, Morphine, which is now Vapors of Morphine, before their show. It's the 25th anniversary of Cure for Pain. They're playing a show tomorrow night at the Middle East Upstairs, and I asked them a few questions about the recent scandal that was going on, as well as like how awesome it was to be in a band that was like touring Europe and stuff from Boston, and I really connected with them, and it was kind of like a year maker for me to interview like heroes of mine.
A few months ago there was a really cool queer publication coming out, and they were, I thought it was interesting because they were also meeting at my school. So I had a couple relationships to the people there, and I really liked talking with them about their project in action too.
What was it called?
Circle back and
Okay.
All right. And how do you feel that having a volunteer-based site makes Boston Hassle stand apart from other sites people may read?
Having a volunteer site stands apart because it's really incumbent on the writer to take that agency and take an impetus to go out into the world and write about something they care about. And for me, a lot of what I do is trying to make the volunteers that come on board happy, and there's no real pretense, there's no real standard. It's just kind of like, you know, like if you're making yourself happy, you're making me happy. So that's the most important thing.
I agree about that too, because in the art section, I feel like there's a lot of cool like underground art happening right now, and a lot of the bigger things are on our radar all the time, and we're hearing about like the ICA opening a new location or things like that every single day. And so when people come and they're like, I know somebody that I've never even heard of, but I'm excited about the project and I'd like to write it up, I think it's really cool that people can come to us for suggestions for what's cool, but also bring their own options too.
And what do you want to see more of on BostonHassle.com?
Art hot takes. So like opinions you have about the market, or like intersections of art and science, or some exhibition you saw that just like completely pissed you off. Like it doesn't even have to be, you know, like sanitized stuff. I like more of just like, this is something I'm really passionate about and I want to use the platform to write about it.
I want to see, it's kind of ironic because you don't see the people writing, but I want to see more diverse writers from across the spectrum. I want to see more people of color covering events near and dear to them, near and dear to the communities, It doesn't have to be about art or music or anything. One of the reasons why we affiliate with Dig Boston and run their articles on our site is to expand, in my mind, what is kind of like a DIY journalism. And if you're first getting into journalism or like you're first getting into writing, I'm basically here to support you, support your ideas and support your motivation and support what you want to work for. And for me, that's diversity, that's educating people about the world and how they can make it better.
So, what upcoming events do you particularly want readers to pay attention to? Coming months, coming weeks, coming times.
That
Hassle.
is easily Hassle Fest, our big festival. Unfortunately, I'll be in Florida for a wedding that weekend, but I'm still super stoked on it. Like, some of my favorite artists are coming through town. Prostitutes, New England Patriots, Abdu Ali, the list goes on and on. So I'm like really stoked. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Hasselfest.com has the most updated lineups. It's tight.
I'm excited for Black Market. I actually just went to my first Black Market recently, and it was like one of the coolest things we do. So I would say check that out.
Also want to check out Calvin.
Calvin Johnson.
He's coming.
And
K
Frank
Records.
Hurricane.
Beat Happening. Dub Narcotic Sound System. K King.
We love K Records.
We do. So, now that we know all about the Hassle Fest, what we write about, what, someone asked you to name a kind of candy, would you do it?
What do you mean? What's the question?
Exactly.
If someone, what
Yeah, would you do it? Would you name a kind of candy on demand?
I would name a candy on demand hippopotamus poop. That would probably be my my jam.
So you would actually create the name of the candy, you wouldn't just like name drop one.
I'm building an entire advertising scheme in my head as we speak. It's gonna be flaked chocolate on the outside with some corn puffs and some vegan coconut shreds in the middle, and it's like all vegan, gluten free for my vegan, gluten free homies.
Sounds at least above average. What would you do? Would you name a kind of candy?
I would talk about that one Halloween where they made like there were Reese's cups, but the peanut butter was on the outside, and it was like way better. So I would bring that back.
Inside out. In this world, upside down? Not with our fundraising. Telethon is happening. We have 63 donors, $4,506.44, which is 30% of our goal. Shout out to Megan McGuire, Laurel Hoffer, Patrick, and USA Base.
Lisa Bass, thank you, Mom.
Jesus Christ. Well, that sure is a sharp right angle on that L and I's joining. Mary Epstein is also on the shout out list, as well as Celine Achille. And you are watching the Hassle Telethon. And please make sure to donate. Donate to bostonhassle.com/telethon. This is Boston Hassle Telethon.
We're still going, right? Yeah. Do we know how much time we have? That's
Well,
cool. Ask another question.
All right. So you clearly know that there's a telethon going on right now, right?
Yes, and we can't be embarrassing.
We can't be
We
embarrassed.
can't be embarrassing.
Wrap it up and help us.
We have some entertainment coming
Yeah.
to your way.
Our embarrassment won't be our entertainment.
It will not be.